Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to find summary statistics from raw data as well as from summarized data in the form of a frequency distribution. So first of all, I have some raw data here and I want to find all the parameters that you usually find for raw data, meaning the mean, the standard deviation, median, and everything. With Excel, we can actually find this by using individual formula. For example, we can use equal average to find the mean. We can use, so that would give me the mean. I can also find standard deviation by using STDGV, and then input these to find STDGV individually. But I can also find this all these parameters, including median, standard deviation, everything, with one command or one setup. So with Excel, what I need to do is I need to click on data analysis, descriptive statistics, and I click OK. I need to tell Excel the input range. That's where the data is. So I highlight the data and put in the input range. There's no label in first row, so I don't check it. I check output range, meaning where I want the output to be. So in this case, I want it to be in, so maybe I want it to be here, C2. So I check it. And I check summary statistics. Summary statistic is the list of all this mean, average, standard deviation, everything. And then I say OK. And then it would, these tables that contain all the summary statistic of this data set will be produced in this worksheet. I have the mean, I have the standard deviation, I have the sample variance. This standard deviation is, by the way, is the sample standard deviation. I have minimum, maximum, range, even. So that's how you do it with Excel. Data analysis, and summary stat, descriptive stat. You can do the same thing with Statcrunch also. So if I want to get a similar statistic like this, I can do Statcrunch, and this is especially useful for people that don't have data analysis installed. So what you can do is you select the data, copy it to the clipboard, and then you log on to Statcrunch. You need to load your data into Statcrunch. Load from paste. Right click to paste the data into the clipboard. And then do I have the first line being a variable name? No, so I don't click it. If you have the header, you can check it. And then at the end you say load data. You will have the data loaded, and to get the statistics that I get with Excel, I use stat, summary stat, and column. And then you select the column that had your data, and you say next. No, you do calculate, and that would be all the similar to what you get with Excel. So you can copy it back to Excel, paste. See, you have mean, variance, and these variance and standard deviation are the sample variance and samples standard deviation, median, range, maximum. So that's how you do it, either with data analysis and also with Statcrunch. But when we have similar summary statistics in the form of frequency distribution, how can we find all those mean, standard deviation? Okay, so with Excel, it's easy to find the mean. Okay, you can use sum product, because to find the mean, you find the class midpoint of this class and then multiply the class midpoint with the frequency, add them together, that would, and divide it by the total frequency, but that would be your mean. So what I need to do before I do that is, before I do the calculation, I need class midpoint. So the first class midpoint would be 50 plus 59 divided by 2. The second will be 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, 94.5. So the mean will be equal to sum product of this class midpoint, comma, the frequency, and then divided by all the frequency. Well, actually, sum of all the frequency. Okay, see, sum products, multiply all these together, add together, and then divided by the sum of the frequency, and that would be the mean of this summarized data. To find standard deviation with Excel is quite difficult, so use StatCrunch. Okay, so how do I do this with StatCrunch? I copy the class and also the frequency together. Copy this, both column, and then I call up StatCrunch. Let me delete this column first because these we're already done with this. And I load my data. Load from paste. I right click to paste both of these two columns and load data. So I have my classes, my frequency loaded. And then just like what I did before, I do stat, summary stat. But these are not column data. These are grouped bean data. And the beans is in frequency. No, beans are in class. The beans are the classes. Counts are in frequency. And you just keep this default midpoint defined by the average of limits. So the midpoints are 50 plus 59 divided by 2. So it's the average of the limits. This is the class limit. And you do calculate. See, you have all these mean, variance, standard deviation of this summarized data. You can copy it to Excel and put it over here. Okay, so this is, you notice that the mean is the same as what you calculated from Excel. The variance and standard deviation again is the sample. Variance and sample standard deviation. In case you want to do population standard deviation, what you do is you still run summary stat, bean the data, select the same thing, class, frequency, but you click next to include unadjusted variance and unadjusted standard deviation. These unadjusted ones are the population variance and population standard deviations. In case your data is not from a sample, but it's actually the whole population, you would use these two as the standard deviation and variance respectively. Then you say calculate it. The unadjusted one are at the end. Okay, you can still copy it. You can copy it here. Paste. So population. Okay, so that's how you find the summary statistics for summarized data in the form of frequency table with StatCrunch and with Excel.